So the quest that I triggered at the end of the last session is called Rebel, and I don't know exactly what it's about, but Uridine wants to meet somewhere. I was planning to do that, but now I looked in my quest log and see that Killing in the Name, which has been active for the longest time, is still active because I guess now that I know who Bez Isis is and have met her, I can actually ask this question about Swedenborg Riviera. So I don't remember anything about who or what this is, but I would like to finish this to get it out of my inventory. Or out of my quest log, so let me just do this quest instead.
Hello? Oh, hey, V. You calling about something or just wanted to catch up?
The former. Found your job posting about Swedenborg Riviera on the net.
Oh, that. Wow. I completely forgot about that whole thing.
So, is it still going?
I mean, I still want to scroll a segment about it, so if you can find anything at all on Swedenborg, I'll pay you back in black caviar and champagne. But I doubt you'll find anything new.
What have you managed to dig up so far?
Short story? Fuck all.
And the long story?
Well, it looks like Swedenborg Riviera isn't just a radical philosopher and economist, but a damn good netrunner too.
Jack of all trades. Could you tell me more?
I could, but it'd be a waste of your time. I'm telling you, the guy's a ghost.
Can't hurt to try, right?
Well, aren't you just bursting with a can-do attitude? Have it your way, then. I started looking into all this about a year ago, right after one of Swedenborg's followers lobbed a Molotov into the Helvetia branch. Tried finding some way to reach the guy, came up blank. Total brick wall. Hired a private eye, also came up with squat.
And the IP linked to the account? He would have used cloaking daemons, but there's always a mark, a trace.
Well, I didn't know I was dealing with such a pro here. Guess what? I tried that. I managed to pinpoint the SIG to Santo Domingo, but linking it to any specific address was a non-starter. District's jam-packed with units, as I'm sure you know. Asked some locals if anyone saw or heard anything, cash in hand. Zilch, nada. Dried up all my leads.
Got it. Listen, send me the coordinates of the last data term that relayed the signal, okay? I'll take a look. Worst case, I'll lose an hour of my life. Best case, well, who knows?
Hey, if you're offering, why not? But seriously, V, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Happy hunting.
Well, I thought I had gotten a text or an email about this quest, but I think I need to go back to my apartment and double check to see if it was an email or if there is actually a website, so I can recontextualize what was supposed to be like the start of this quest. While I'm there, I can also maybe manage my inventory, including my wardrobe. But wait, maybe the cat is back.
Look! Hey, look!
The
See
cat
that?
showed up. Meow! How do I pet cat? I wish to pet, not immediately grab cat. Meow! Meow. Oh, I have abducted a cat.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, that... Oh god. The animation didn't look quite natural, and now his head is clipping through the bin. What is he... like he's eating or something. But there's no food there. I thought maybe he would be grooming his paw, but he's just... he's like trying to eat non-existent food. Well... I hope he moves around and does other things, because this is going to be kind of lame if he's just like a animated trophy. You know, like one of these literal things that you get for achievements in the world or whatever. Like, he's a living creature. I want him to move around and be in different places. So hopefully he will be a little bit more active than just that. Anyway, as I was saying, I installed a mod to alter the shape and style of Johnny's jacket, because I was having issues with the collar clipping through my pigtails, so I had to go back and redo those concert photos with a different hairstyle. And I didn't realize that I could modify the jacket slightly until afterward. Where is it? And so this version of it makes it that sleeker, more feminine version, similar to like these ones where it's a little bit shorter and sleeker. But with this, like, now the pigtails, the cropping is not quite so extreme. So it feels a little bit more acceptable to wear this now. But it's also kind of weird that, like, Johnny's coat is the same exact style as these other coats that are, like, presumably from the 2070s. Oh, wait a minute. I think this one got modified too. Weren't all these other coats supposed to be like hip length with a bigger collar too? Interesting. I think the replacer mesh or whatever is affecting that entire style of jacket and not just Johnny's. Interesting. Well, that could be a good thing if I wanted to have that sleeker jacket as an option, so I can have... Yeah, I guess I'm cool with that. Unexpected, but nice. So, anyway, these are the photos I went back and retook. So, the original ones with the pigtails, I kept a couple of the front-facing ones, and I'm still not overly thrilled about how these ones are. So I made a couple of better ones. I reverted back to the old braided ponytail. So this one's from the band's POV looking out. This one's focusing on me. A little bit of pink and blue light on character, which is actually coming from the stage for once, and then I just amplified it. I didn't realize at the time, but I accidentally let the backlight catch this guy's hair a bit, so I might want to go back and Photoshop that to be a little darker after the fact. Same shot, but with a wider angle and pulled back and up a little bit to show the upper deck. Shot of me and Carrie on stage. Another shot from behind of me and Carrie on stage. Crowd shot, which I'm not overly thrilled about. This one kind of feels a little flat, square, so to speak. So I might delete that one. But this is where things get interesting. Kind of came up with this arrangement. I sort of like having this empty space here, but it also felt a little weird to just have pure emptiness, so I stuck the Never Fade Away sticker there. Again, it kind of seems like a thematic theme for the whole game. Maybe also like appropriate for Carrie as well, being an aging rocker boy or whatever who's staying relevant, or trying to at least. But there's a bunch of different stickers that are somewhat appropriate, like where's Johnny? No regrets. Burn corpo stuff. Whatever. This one's kind of crazy in that it's got Silverman's actual face there. But then I added one of Johnny actually on stage to sort of fill in some of that space. So there's options. I'll have to pick which ones I like better, but I liked those ones much better than what I took originally with the pigtails. I like the pigtail hair, but didn't like the way that the pigtails were cropping, and also just didn't like the lighting setup I had, and I wasn't coming up with like creative or inspired camera setups. Here we are. Reward for any info on Swedenborg. Bez Isis will pay for any info about Swedenborg Riviera's true identity. So, I don't know that I want to read all of these, but here's her thing. Hello, my name is Bez Isis and I'm an independent journalist. I ended up here after the recent incident at Helvetia you might have heard about. Who exactly is the man that inspired the attacker? The man that you all practically worship? Have you ever wondered who Swedenborg Riviera actually is? I know I have. So here's the deal. I'm willing to pay for any info that might help unravel this mystery. Don't hesitate to get in touch. Those are all like pointless troll comments. Whoops. So the corporate oppression will end when you will stop oppressing yourself. This is one of Swedenborg Riviera's most poetic aphorisms. He shows us that in reality, we are the drivers of our own actions. If workers unite, the towers of capitalistic oppression will fall. We must do everything in our power to achieve that. From Endrex Admin. Oh, and the more is just comments. The anti-capitalist discourse of Swedenborg Riviera is much more complicated than it seems. He is undoubtedly here referring to an existential crisis, weaving together threads from Heidegger and Jaspers. Reading both of them may provide you with critical insights. Okay. God, why does it... How do I just go back one page, not to the whole home page? Humanity is nothing more than a Ponzi scheme hidden behind a veneer of tears. Every person is a bearer of suffering as well as its catalyzer and transmitter. In our global free market society, such an obstacle cannot merely be transcended. The first step is realizing that our decisions are illusory. The best weapon against neoliberalism is uninterrupted meditation. Does this even warrant an explanation? Meditation here is a metaphor for worker unity. Fear of a corrupt government controlled by tyrannical megacorporations has led to a mutated strain of pathological hyper-neoliberalism. We can't let them bully us into fear. It's time we throw off our corporate yoke. The last one is when money exchanges hands, your true self becomes a victim to capitalism. So truth is hidden in simplicity. Every transaction, every transfer of funds is linked to the progressive assimilation of the individual into the machine of capital. Swedenborg Riviera understands that such moments disrupt the human being's ontological balance, if it is not subjected to a symbolic annihilation of being altogether. Comments. There's gotta be, like, good and worthwhile comments in here, right? But why does everyone hate on neo-capitalism so much? Whatever your stance on them, the corporations are long-term institutions that guarantee the stability of the social order. In fact, it's capitalism that has liberated the worker to be free to shape their own destiny. How is that bad? Lol, guarantee XD, go buy a dictionary. Different commenters. The truth is that we're being ruled by the neo-bourgeois class. They are the ones who possess capital and the means of production. Class divisions are even deeper than they were at the beginning of the 20th century, but nobody ever talks about that. Swedenborg for Prez. So where's the back button? Like, I want to go back to the Bart Moss Collective page, not to the whole home page. Comments. Dismantling the mechanisms of capital accumulation or hyper-capitalism? Do we really need to fight neoliberalism? I'm not an evolutionist, but I believe humanity should go forward, not backward. Progress is a benefit in and of itself. Once I meditated, then I woke up. The coherency is Swedenborg's philosophy. What? The coherency is Swedenborg's philosophy is irrefutable. How has he not already sparked a revolution? What is Arasaka or Militech in the face of a united opposition? In my view, it's an elaboration on the philosophy of peaceful struggle. The word meditation should not be taken literally. The path, perseverance, and humility is not easy, but bears the sweetest fruit. Socialize the means of production, replace corporations with collectives, throw in a bit of rationally oriented management, and this whole global pyramid scheme will collapse on itself. I can't wait for the Communo Echo Cyber Revolution, led by Swedenborg. Comment aimed at the admin. Do you really have interpret everything through a neo-Marxist lens? You wouldn't notice Schopenhauer if Swedenborg smacked you in the head with the world as will and representation. Asinus asinorum in secula seculorum. I do not know what that means. Could that possibly be a translation? The world is as will and representation. I don't know. Comment by I Am Abyss. You can stick Schopenhauer up your pretty little butthole. So that's the general gist of the emails. Or the comments on the website. Let me quickly tidy up my inventory. Not by weight, I meant to go by price. 'Cause price seems to give me a more consistent pattern of putting like the lower tier ones on the bottom. Because anything that's not 5++ is subject to getting deleted. And plenty of the 5++ ones should be deleted because they're boring or duplicates. Well, that's probably good enough. I really don't have that many clothes, do I? Are there any iconics that I want to stash that I'm definitely not using? Comrade's Hammer is pretty cool. The unique burn is kind of cool. Non-lethal, I could probably just break that one down, honestly. We'll call that good. But because I'm not doing a Silverman or Uridin quest, I think I should switch to a different sort of outfit. And, maybe I'll wear this one. I could sleep to get buffs, but I don't really care about any of that. I'm plenty overpowered as it is. Also, didn't I get a iconic... I got an iconic pistol from Uridine. I should double check what that was. It was like a revolver, wasn't it? Archangel. An angel of a weapon with a devil's attitude. Full auto allows you to fire rounds in the rhythm of Samurai's Archangel. Successive hits after short intervals knock enemies to the ground. mean, that would be awesome if this, like, played rock music when you shot it, but I have a feeling that it means that the bullets are gonna fire in the literal rhythm of the song. Like, if the drum beat, the bass beat is boom, boom, ba-boom, boom, boom, you know, something like that, then the gunfire would go boom, boom, ba-boom, boom, boom. Or, like, if it's a blast beat thrashing, it'd be boom, 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 you know, whatever the case may be. So I'm curious to find that out. And I don't know what Archangel is, so maybe Archangel will play on the radio and I will be able to remember what the song is like. Have I commented on this before? But why is there concrete sloping down towards a building? That doesn't make sense. You typically want stuff to slope away from buildings, so that way water doesn't just drain and accumulate and pool up. Because right now it's just gonna, if it rains, it's just gonna sit here and like soak and erode the brick. Like, I don't even see a drainage system anywhere. Something is operating out of a van. So he says, "Hey V, you see the news? I'm sort of messaging you just to brag about my prize, but also to say thanks. This piece couldn't have happened without you. Okay, I'll admit, mostly I wanted to brag." So Nancy Rocastle receives Pulitzer. That happened quickly. Is this supposed to be happening now? Like, is this about the interview with Maelstrom that, like, kind of awkwardly fizzled out? Or was this supposed to be after we finish the quest that I'm doing now? Why did I get this text? So here's the problem with this game, is I just don't have faith that these text messages and conversations are playing in the right order. Like the Johnny conversations in the apartment, I probably should have double-checked with him while I was there, but I forgot. Maybe he might have had new dialogue about Carrie. But like those ones, he's talking about things with Rogue that I don't think I have uncovered through anything in the story. Like, he's saying that she was working for Adam Smasher or something, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, it's kind of implied that she might be, but we don't know for sure at this point. And now this message comes out of nowhere, where she got a Pulitzer Prize, like, what, days after meeting me? Because of my help? I don't understand.
Hey people, Maximum Mike here. You're listening to 107.3 Moro Rock Radio.
Now I got a DJ talking in my ear. Okay, this is Samurai, isn't it? Black Dog, that's not Archangel.
Talk to you about Trauma Team.
Hey, well, I was listening to that song, sir.
You love them. And if you happen to live in Night City, they're basically the only game in town for your medical care.
Why did he interrupt the song while it was playing?
They say they'll come to your aid in a pinch, patch you up.
That's not how DJing works. You talk over the instrumental intro and annoy your fans who like the instrumental intro. Or you talk between songs.
Turns out our friends at Trauma Team might have a unique collection method. Missed too many payments? You might just find yourself the victim of a debt recovery team. It usually goes like this.
It's a nice light
You'll
on
be
that.
minding your own business when a helpful Trauma Team rep will
I guess there's
approach
lights on
you
all these other
and
buildings,
dose
but
you the quick-acting sedative. After it takes effect, the debt collector.
Gotta get going.
okay, now why did she say gotta get going to the radio DJ who she was not talking to? Like, what is going on? Nothing makes sense. This man, Gabriel Bizarra, is acting very bizarre.
Nice heart you have there. Dynalar Cardio X model.
Fused with the
Yeah,
railing.
they'll take that too. Don't worry though, they're not gonna let you die. They are doctors after all. No, they'll quickly replace you with the cheap knockoff from USSR they pulled out of a guy who was gut shot in a shootout last week. Yeah, it's probably still 3,000 eddies. Yeah, we're getting there. Your liver looks a little...
Full auto mode allows you to fire rounds in the rhythm with Samurai's Archangel.
damage from too much. And best part, it's an original.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I like going crazy, or is that not
You can be
any
like
sort
a
of
sheep
unique rhythm?
constantly shorn again and again and again.
That's just a tempo.
So now with your debt repaid, your account back into black, you're free to go. You wake up with a hangover and feeling kind of strange. But hey, for your trouble, they give you a voucher. With
I mean, I'm holding the trigger down all the way. So it's doing full auto without me having to recock the hammer by pulling the trigger manually.
How about you?
Okay, what is this Archangel? Ballad of Buck Ravers, like... I don't understand anything that's happening in this playthrough. Like, nothing makes sense. Everything is either lying to me, or incorrect, or confusingly, possibly happening out of order? Oh. Let me guess, I have to get back on the rooftop after I already got off the roof. What if this clone character that I've been seeing everywhere is Swedenborg Riviera? Fuse box controls the flow of electricity to nearby electrical devices. Electrical circuits have been overloaded. High chance of a system failure. So... they don't let me scan it again. I want to reread the thing about electrical failure and fuses. And I think the implication is that I should follow the trail of the wiring from the fuse box. Which is up here. So it's not anything to do with a conduit carrying electrical wiring, but it leads to a router.
Pirate router.
Think this is our Swedes doing?
Only one way to find out.
Standard terminal used throughout Night City, modified to reroute data and mask its source. There's nothing else up in this general vicinity. There's a broadcasting antenna, I guess. Silverman just hanging out. One C E9 B. Oh, there we go. That's pretty easy. So who that goes in search of me has already torn off the bourgeois corporate blinders from their eyes and taken the first step toward the hanging garden of post-capitalism. But this is just the beginning. Are you prepared to go even further? New coordinates uploaded to map.
Sig's a match with what Nancy was tracking. And goes further. Out to the Badlands. Like a server proxy.
Don't tell me that's where we're heading
Why shouldn't
next.
we?
Because this is all one big waste of time. The fuck do you care about a Borg fucking Swede? He rubs out sayings like a randy teenager and the whole world's guzzling it up. The three branches of government is a lobotomy on the people's autonomy. I mean, what the fuck?
I care because your former bandmate has an interest in doing a story on it, and I want to help her. I'm gonna rub it in.
Oh. I get what's going on here. You're jealous.
Jealous? About this shit, Swede? You out of your fucking mind?
Mm-hmm. Because he's the one all the anarchists and fist pumpers are quoting, while you played in piss-soaked dives for a bunch of stoned zit faces.
Don't talk shit about what you don't know. Happy fucking trails.
Well, he didn't sound happy about that. I wonder if happy trails means he's gonna shut up. Or if he's gonna keep popping up to criticize every step of this quest. Where is a fast travel? Missed one. I'm in the Badlands, so I probably should have a more off-road type car, but it's summoning my car way over here. Like, how far away even? Okay, thanks. For the amount of the distance it takes me to get over here, I could have just gone to my objective. And good grief.
signal leads here and disappears again.
Danger, danger, high voltage. Physics glitch. TV from Billy Just to Martha Just. Hey mom, did you install or did you call someone about the TV? No, I didn't call anyone. Well, that's weird, because some guy was here. Black dude with dreads. Fixed the antenna, said it was already paid for. Now it's making a weird noise, but it works. And you let him in? Ah, I burst an idiot. And then spam. What's on the net? Samurai Web? Silverhand for Life, the greatest band of all time. Denny, tough as nails chick who beat the shit out of those drums. Nancy, currently known as Bez Ice, is a virtuoso of the keys. Apparently she threw her abusive husband out of a Mega Block window. Too bad. She sold out to M54 News. Keyboard Henry, Do It All. WizKid worked on the first personal link prototype. Okay, whatever. This looks like some kind of chemistry lab, probably for making illegal substances.
Another router.
Sounds like this Swedenborg really values his privacy.
Oh, thought you were done talking to me.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I was. But it's not like I got anyone else to talk to. I'd go through your memories, but I don't want to puke all over your hippocampus. Well, hack away or whatever it is you were gonna do. Please, something happen.
Glad I can be your entertainment, Jonathan. FF05 E9BD. The road to the stars is always paved with darkness, and the road to collectivism leads through a sea of blood. Will you hide your tail between your legs and fasten your corporate leash once more? New coordinates uploaded to map.
Signal keeps going to another terminal.
Ha! I've got a feeling someone's messing with you, V. You'll follow this breadcrumb trail, and when you connect the dots, all you'll see is a dick.
Huh.
Oh, I'm sure you'd love that, wouldn't you?
Fucking A, I would. That cock would be the first thing Swedenborg did that actually made any sense. Except he'd probably give it some pretentious name. Like, patriarchal phallus, upholding toxic masculinity. What do you think?
I think it's time we moved on.
Oh, we're like still out in the Badlands. Never mind. I thought I was going to be somewhere much farther away than this. What's an unconventional car that I don't drive very often? I don't want to drive that. I'll drive my station wagon. With the super narrow windshield. Right now we are set to bluish turquoise. Let's go over to blue and silvery, whatever. Yeah, that one's nice.
Coming at you from 107.3 Morro Rock Radio. Classic Night City tunes.
Oh, damn, wrong button. Black Dog again. I need to keep an eye on, like, Archangel. It's like there I had subtitles for the DJ, but no sound. Someone likely climbed up after construction was complete, so that's the clue to go up. This place makes me feel very small. Like I'm just being completely dwarfed by the sheer size of this thing. I heard Silverman. There he is.
Oh, Christ, finally.
Look. Get far enough from the smell, even Night City can be beautiful.
I can maybe concur sometimes. So let me see what I can do with a photo here. This might be kind of a lame shot, but we'll see. I guess here's shot number 1, flipping the double deuces at Night City while wearing a Night City set of clothes. There might be another pose that I could do, so let me see. An alternate angle with lens flare, kind of leaned over the rail looking down, generally towards Night City. That one may or may not survive. Might get deleted, we'll see. Alright, get out of here. I need to look into what all this actually is here. Like, is this a hydroponic farm? What is all of this building used for?
Come on, where is it? Maybe up there?
I'm not done looking. I mean, I was gonna keep looking up, but goodness gracious. I'm more curious about the structural purpose of all these buildings. And my guess would be that these are greenhouses used to make synthetic food. Glowy thing.
Fuck.
Let me guess. Another router? My dick theory's starting to seem like a real possibility.
Oh, this one's longer. And I have a much shorter buffer for some reason. 7A, 1C, 1C, 55, 1C. You are getting closer. You are seeing more. The nirvana of Marxian Swedenborgism is around the corner. You must take the final step. You must be brave. New coordinates uploaded to map. I'm reading the previous messages. Trying to interpret, like, if the location mattered. Because the first one, who that goes in search of me has already torn off the bourgeois corporate blinders from their eyes and taken the first step towards the hanging garden of post-capitalism. But this is just the beginning. Are you prepared to go even further? At an apartment complex? Second one, the road to the stars is always paved with darkness, and the road to collectivism leads through a sea of blood. Will you hide your tail between your legs and fasten your corporate leash once more? It was in like a satellite receiver out in the middle of nowhere, and then here we have, you're getting closer, you're seeing more. Nirvana, Marxian Swedenborgism is around the corner. You must take the final step. You must be brave. And this one's at, like, what I'm guessing is a farm.
Signal leads to another place?
Yep.
Hey, maybe this is all part of Swedenborg's message. Life is movement. Fuck the destination. It's how you get there that counts.
I mean, kind of. Sometimes these things are supposed to teach you a lesson through inanity.
Well, there's some truth to that.
Jesus, V, this is philosophy for the hoi polloi. Have you ever read a book in your life? You know what? Don't answer. I don't want to know. So where's this next lead get us? A yoga class? A Tibetan monastery?
No. To an amusement park.
Oh, the plot thickens.
We're gonna ride the roller coaster again. At the gym. The, what did the acronym stand for? Grand Imperial Mall? Chipping in. Whoops. There is a restaurant over here. I am suddenly curious. Thought that might have been a teleport station, but it doesn't. It's not actually one. Ow. Like, it's telling me to go through an obvious barricade. And then there's an invisible wall. What the hell is this crap? How are you gonna put food on there and then not let me access food? Ow. I don't even have headlights now, so let me abandon that car. See if I can summon anything. Motorcycle. This is gonna be horribly disappointing, I have a feeling. It would not surprise me if they put some kind of secret out in this greenhouse farm area, but it's a whole hell of a lot of ground to cover if you wanted to check every corridor and every area for weird little Easter eggs. Because like even this area right here is surprisingly dense with general stuff. Like they could have just left copy-pasted shrubs and tumbleweed or whatever, but they bothered to put barrels and pallets and shipping containers. There's a fast travel way right out in the middle of nowhere. So what do they call this fast travel? This is called Protein Farm. So it is a farm of sorts. I mean, I would like to know if it's like, are they making algae that they, you know, mush into paste to form like synthetic protein bars, or is this vegetable more like, you know, conventional synthetic vegetables or whatever? Are they perhaps raising artificial livestock to make their tofu beef and everything in there? I really feel like I've wandered into Fallout New Vegas right now. Like, this really feels like it could be some random shanty town off the main road in the Mojave Desert. Okay, but like, this is where the food was. So the food is officially ahead of me now. Never fade away. I have to assume that was just a slow load and not the lights like magically reactively turning on. Arasaka Tower 3D. It's gonna be Tunnel Racer or Asteroids. Years 2023. Your name is Johnny Silverhand, hoping to strike a devastating blow to the dark heart of Arasaka Corp. You single-handedly deployed a tactical nuclear bomb at their headquarters in Night City. The clock's ticking. Escape the tower or something or other. Oh, it's a Doom clone. I see. So, what's the sprint button? Oh no. So, whatever my right bumper, my right back button is programmed to is... I think it's the B button. B button ejects you from the thing. So let me try that again. Skip is backspace. Trying to use the keyboard. So mouse, they don't have... Oh god, backspace is exit too. I'm gonna play this damn thing. Like, it would be nice to, without accidentally backing out of it. Oh dear lord, I think I hit the backspace button again. I have a different custom map set to my keyboard. It's programmable, and the back, I put the back button, the backspace on my right thumb underneath my normal space bar, and I went to hit the space bar, and I think I bumped the lower macro key, the programmable button. So, fourth time might be the charm at just doing anything in this game. Play. Backspace. Left shift is not sprinting. I get a aim button. Like, I don't press space to open doors. So, yeah, it does. I don't think the controls are anywhere near standard for Doom. I was always in the keyboard-only club for Doom. I never used mouse. Autonoman. But this feels very much like one of those crappy, like 2005, 6, 7, 8. Oh, well, maybe it had to have been later than 2005. Like, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish. Like one of those early Doom clone games that you would get on, like, a cell phone. But like pre-smartphone era, so like, you know, that mid to late 2000s. Copy, Magenta XHF. Procedure initiated, loading a new set of variables, done. Unpacking and linking neural networks, done. Implementing stage 1, done. Implementing stage 2, done. Generating, done. Sequence complete, no results found. A new beginning. So I almost laugh when I think of all the time wasted on those sad, conjured-up theories of mine. I felt genuine relief when I purged my previous notes. The gibberish of a self-proclaimed genius turned fool. Embarrassing. It was Tyromanta who lifted the veil of secrecy. The first of us with such a breakthrough. I couldn't believe it until I saw it myself. A long-forgotten archaic game, and within it, not an answer but a clue. The keyhole we must find is a door that we took for a wall. It's like Doom secrets. But for the time being, I've cut off all network connections to the mainframe and programmed it to accept 8 data points. It's time to break the news to my brothers and sisters in Night City. Face to face, I owe them that. Besides, Tyromancer was right. Our email correspondence put us all too much at risk. Spectroscopic analysis from Teddy Bella to Polyhister. Just reviewed the spectroscopic data you sent. Some anomalies, yeah, but nothing to tickle your testes over. Not yet, anyway. Might just be poorly calibrated equipment. Kabuki tech wizards strike again. In any case, gonna rerun the analysis on a different set of parameters. The bacteriophage theory is a pretty damn sexy one, gotta say, but don't want to warp the facts just to fit what we think we're looking for. I'll send you a cross-tab with the results. Take a look when you get the chance. Maybe you can squeeze more juice out of this than I can. These monks, man, from Celestial 69. Wondering what our monk chooms are up to. Zilch. That is to say, the same stuff as usual. Pace back and forth under that statue. Meditate, mumble something, meditate some more. In general, go about their monk business. We ain't gonna learn jack this way. I'm about to start pushing them for answers. Literally, if need be. You know, who are you? Who am I? Why are we all here? What in the hell is this all about? But I will say, I found a silver lining in this massive waste of time. Unlike those monks, we're free to get as drunk and pissed as we please. So what do you say? Want to hit the city? I need to let off some steam, and it'd do you good to get out of that dusty-ass shack. We're in this together, aren't we? Maybe a beer or 5 is all we need for a breakthrough. To start asking ourselves the right questions. For instance, what in the hell is the difference between magenta and fuchsia anyway? From Tyromancer to Polyhister. I have it, Polyhister. I'm not wrong this time. I just need more time to understand. First things first, you probably think I've finally lost my mind. Maybe, in truth, I began to doubt whether the answer we were looking for ever could be found. What if we sought meaning where none existed? But I know now that we were right. To find the correct path forward, I had to first leave the wrong one I was already following. That's when I found it. I'll be honest, I slipped into a dark pit of apathy and despair. I left the net to seek solace in a world of fleeting physical pleasures. I needed to feel something, anything. As I wandered Night City, I found an old arcade. Vintage games. I had forgotten such places existed, even though in a previous life they used to be my home away from home. That's where I saw it. A sign. FF06B5. A pixel hidden in code over 50 years old. Do you understand what this means? The path we must follow goes much farther and much, much deeper than we could have imagined. From this point on, none of us are safe. They know the secret is out. This will be my last message. I'm leaving and taking nothing with me but my laptop. You have to discover for yourself what I have. I told you once about a game that changed my life. Think back and remember it, because that same game has changed my life a second time, and now it will change yours. So I have seen this number before. I think it was when I was looking into why there was a random telephone in the middle of the oil fields shack from the Chippin' In quest with Johnny. And I think somebody mentioned that, like, it was like theories as to whether that phone was in any way related to the FF06B5 mystery. But to me, this looks like a hexadecimal or whatever code for, like, a color swatch. And he saw a pixel of that color or something in a 50-year-old arcade game, I guess. So this is somewhat intriguing. But what little I know is that this, I think, is just... It could just be meaningless nonsense, like a red herring just to get the community talking, what's FF0635 or whatever? You know, just to, you know, force the talk of mystery and all that stuff. So I'm gonna just straight up Google this right now to refresh and see if this is worth pursuing or not. FF06B5. So I'm gonna pause. So I Googled the what I'm calling the hexadecimal code, if that's the right term for this color. And this is like an insane rabbit hole, in fact. Like, I can't even begin to start to describe it, but it's like a whole web of clues in the game that turns into like an alternate reality quest where you're like you just have to Google this and look up like the FF06B5 mystery or whatever. I stumbled onto a wiki page dedicated to solving this mystery, and there's like a timeline of events that starts back in December 2020 when the game launched, and then 16 days later people are like finding the FF06B5 text on statues littered around town. And I do think I've seen those, a couple of them at least, but you know, I had no context for what it meant. I just kind of, okay, in one ear out the other. Then like a year later, people are investigating things and like digging into game files for unused voice lines from monks. And then like new FF06B5 statues appear in V's apartment. At least one of them, or multiple apartments. 14th of December 2022. There's like people are finding new references in like update files or something about the mystery, yada yada. It's just this whole thing going on and on. And you know, you have to like you get into the arcade game and you complete a certain number of levels, and there's like clues hidden inside the walls or something in the arcade game. You find QR codes and you have to solve literal puzzles, and there's like a Witcher 3 translation system where you have to find symbols and use like the rune system from The Witcher 3 to figure out what it means. This is like insane, and I'm deeply fascinated by this, but I don't have the patience to do it myself. So I might just watch a video on it, and I would encourage everyone else who happens to be watching my playthrough at this point to do it yourself as well. Because I don't want to take the hours and hours that it would probably take me in real life to figure all this out. I'm not that interested in actually doing it. And like, there was a thing mentioned about needing to be here at 4 a.m. in this specific spot, and I coincidentally might have been here at 4 a.m. I would have to go back and check. But I did not know about this. I just wandered in here randomly. I was out here for a quest way over there, and then I saw the little food symbol on the map, and I'm like, well, let me go inspect what the hell is that. And then I found a church, and I coincidentally was out here at around 4 a.m. and discovered all this. But what's interesting is that you follow a literal trail of clues, and there is a scripted encounter somewhere where an NPC spawns. There might be dialogue with them, or maybe it's just a note that you find.
Hey.
But you also get a unique car as a reward, so I may see if I can just skip ahead to see the in-game conclusion of everything. Note, April 2nd, start with a joke. Avoid falling straight into the tone of an accuser and instigator. No fire and brimstone just yet. April Fools? Or all foods, all saints? First, listen, then begin. Ask questions around. What influence, according to the congregation, will the opening of this protein farm have on our community? Ask about the absent. Why didn't they come to service? Guess. Overtime. Good money. Maybe even double on a Sunday, as if in understanding. So be it. God will wait. God is patience. God is love. But the families, many folk take the double shifts, hardly seeing their kids and spouses. How long can this go on? The community is fracturing. Ties are breaking. Resisting a corporation. A fight for the soul. End the sermon on a positive note. Corpse come and go, but community and church are forever. The safe bet is a bet on God. From the desk of Pastor Zox.
Stop.
Who is Zox? That name... I have most recently heard that in the Chronicles of Martana Arkelos. I believe that was a henchman for Volker. But this update might predate that, and I don't know if that's a meta reference to Zox in one or the other, or if that's just a common name that would be coincidentally, in multiple sources from around the same general time frame. 2021, 2022, I think is when the update came out that added this stuff into it. And they're both Polish sources, so I don't know. But here's a cook.
Oh, man.
You are cooking for folks all the way out in Shantytown.
Smells delicious. Mouth's practically watering.
Garlic sauteed in butter. Best smell in the whole wide world.
It looks kind of bad.
Can I get any good grub here?
You sure can, miss.
Like, are you even cooking right now? There's no... I don't get the sound of any sizzling. Cat food. I'll buy some cat food now that I have Mr. Nibbles. So, like, there's no propane. What is he cooking on? This is very bizarre. Oh no, the game just crashed. I gotta kill the process and reload everything. Alright, so let's load back in. Here's the loading screen that periodically updates after you complete major quests. So this one is reacting to the parade incident. But anyway, as I was saying, there's an endpoint to this hexadecimal or hex code F06B5 whatever magenta or fuchsia thing, and allegedly once you start this chain of events, as I think I have just done, having played the game at least once and read the laptop, I might be able to just go to the end point, which I think is somewhere over in this vicinity. Not there. It's like over here. Undo, please. Okay, well it won't let me mark a more specific location, so I'm gonna see if I can go there and trigger it. The thing was saying that you have to stand around and wait idly for 7 or 8 minutes and or go there at a specific time. So this may be a failed attempt to do things. We'll see. We gotta go basically northwest. This could be like a needle in a haystack almost, without looking at the reference sheet, but there's supposed to be a mattress on the ground somewhere in this general area past the road, I think. With like with these wind turbines visible. Ow.
Hey people, Massive Mike here. You're listening to 107.3 Morrow Rock Radio. They haven't shut me up yet, and they never will.
I think I've gone too far. I want to say it was generally around here. Because you could definitely see the turbines. So it can't have been too far past that hill. I doubt that the scanner would actually highlight it. I might need to double check the reference point because I'm definitely not having immediate luck finding this thing. So where is the reference point? It's 90 degrees left from the thingamajigger, which is going to be like somewhere over here, maybe. Oh, right there. Yeah. Obvious. So the story goes that if you stand here and wait for 7 or 8 minutes, a dude will show up. Well, there might be like a glitchy effect where you pass out or something. Or if you come back at like exactly 4 a.m. So I don't know. Let's try this. 3:47 a.m. 3:58 a.m. 3:59. It's 4 a.m. Now, it doesn't specify that you need to, oh, I lost the mattress. It doesn't specify 7 or 8 minutes of in-game time. You have to wait 7 to 8 minutes of real time. But obviously, whatever was supposed to happen at 4 a.m. has not happened. Now, never mind. This thing, I might have read it wrong. There's a thing that says I might have to have like a specific map marker active. I need to like put codes into a server in a church, maybe. Interesting. Let's see. I'm still reading, but trying to get an idea for like how feasible it actually is for me to go through with all this, because I really don't want to deal with all of this. So on the Cyberpunk fandom wiki, coordinates for the mattress are obtained by going to the protein farm at 4 a.m., access each email, then accessing the arcade game. The arcade game does not need to be played past killing the first enemy.
Recently, I've been hearing about this monk that's been walking around Night City streets.
After completing the game, V can head to the Wraith's camp and find the mattress nearby in the middle of the desert. Standing on the mattress for 50 to 60 minutes of in-game time, 7 to 8 minutes of real time, trigger a cutscene after which V is woken up by a polyhister who will disappear afterwards, leaving the special vehicle. It is possible to bypass all these steps and just venture to the mattress after 4 a.m. in-game time. So I don't know that this is accurate as of right now.
Did he bring down the net he created because it turned into another tool the corporations could use to track us and ultimately completely subjugate us?
Because I have killed the first enemy, but I have not completed quote-unquote the game. I don't know what the phrasing of that means in this wiki. After completing the game, V can head to the Wraith's camp and find the mattress, yada yada. But like, did I complete the game, as in the Arasaka Tower 3D arcade cabinet, when I exited out, having killed the first enemy once? Or do they mean like after completing Cyberpunk 2077, you head to the Wraith's camp? This is a mystery that I will have to explore a little bit more deeply. reading reports that you can, like, some people are saying that before or after the 2.0 update, some people are saying you have to, like, beat Arasaka Tower 3D to unlock some access to those mainframe servers in the church with the laptop in the cabinet, and then put numbers in that you got hidden in the game or whatever. Then other people are saying that, like, as recently as June 2025, you don't have to deal with all that. They say you can just go straight to the mattress after uncovering all that. And then after enough time, the thing will just show up, so I don't know. Oh, the thing is happening. I was still reading on the forums. I am become death. So, no sign of whoever that was. Bunch of files and messages. Skeptoscopic analysis. This looks like the same thing I read at the other place. And I read a comment thinking that, like, these monks are supposed to be referring to probably, like, the Wandering Zen Master quest. And, like, I guess maybe you can find where he goes after your last one, after you talk to Misty. But I don't know about that. FF06B5. Now we'll change yours. Personal log number 1. They finally made it, but apparently I wasn't the first. There's something. Like, I can't read this. Can I, like, change the time of day? So I don't have sun glare. Move the laptop to a different angle. I'm gonna get in just to see if this is gonna, like, make this permanently my truck or whatever. This is a Mackinac Demiurge. Demiurge, a fitting name from someone who calls himself Polyhister. That said, there's no denying this Mackinac truly evokes a sense of wrathful divinity. Blessed with gargantuan size and almost apocalyptic power under the hood, its driver will feel like a god of the road. Many would undoubtedly sell their souls to get behind the wheel of this monster truck. So is it in my car log now? Mackinac Demiurge. I officially have it. So I'm curious to if I can read this any better. There's another... Okay, so I finally made it, but apparently I wasn't the first. There's another here. I found at the epicenter, partially covered in sand, unconscious but alive. Who they are and why they're here remains a mystery. I've tried stims, electroshocks, even a slap to the face. Sorry, stranger, but nothing will wake her. There's nothing more I can do except make sure she at least won't choke on her own vomit. I need to finish unpacking my equipment and examining the surrounding area. The path leads here. It's time to discover why. Now I can't read this. I'm gonna wait and hope that this crap in the environment doesn't despawn in front of me. So this should be after sundown, right? So I'll be able to not have sun glare. Oh, I just realized it's 7:23 p.m. I think I stupidly went forward to 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. instead of 4 a.m. Oh well. I misread the in-game clock system because I always... That happens to me because they're representing 24 hours on a 360-degree radius instead of the usual 12-hour clock system. But anyway, this log number 2, initial environmental scans, no abnormal electromagnetic phenomena. Normal background radiation, 0.119. I wanted to say Scoville, but I don't remember what this stands for. But whatever makes this place special, I can't... Oh god, can I like turn the music off? Whatever makes this place special, I can't identify it. In any case, if I'm right, the window should open in less than a minute now. And this mystery woman, she still hasn't regained consciousness. A coma? Odd, odd, odd. So very odd. Something happened. I don't know how to put it into words. I saw a vision? A hallucination? One moment walking in circles, barefoot in the sand. The next, suddenly indoors. A room wholly unfamiliar. But there was someone else, sitting and watching a TV. Or a monitor? I couldn't see their face, but I could make out the image on their screen. It was me. They were watching me. Or rather, watching through me? It doesn't make any sense. Whoever this watcher is, they were supremely focused as they watched. No, not watched so much as observed, seemingly unaware I was in the room with them. As I write this, I'm back in the desert. I don't remember how or when I awoke. I don't know how long this dream lasted, for lack of a better word. I'm going back. I have to, but I need to prepare. Personal log number 4. It was clearer this time. The watcher sat exactly where they had before, but this time I could make out some sounds. I could discern more detail, but it required immense focus, effort, this punishing pressure, as if someone or something didn't want me to see, as if I was a persona non grata in this place, but present all the same. I studied the watcher in an attempt to learn more their intent, their purpose. The monitor appeared to be connected to a computer terminal. This time was different than before. I didn't see myself on that screen. The image showed Night City seen from the above like drone footage. The watcher is spying not only on me, but all of us. Why? Why? It's time to make contact, to let the watcher know that they too are being watched. So an empty room, the watcher was gone. I wanted to leave to see more, but the farther I got from the screen, the more I was drawn back into it. I sat, taking the watcher's place, focused on the image, blurry, indistinct, but gradually sharpened. That familiar outline. The watcher, sitting in their usual spot, but now on my screen, looking at them, through them. And they watched me, watching them, watching me, watching them. Then a presence in the room. I turned around. No one. When I turned back, their eyes, no longer staring at an image of me on the screen, but at me, the real me. I'm afraid, but I must return. Personal log 6. Final log. I understand now, but it's too late. Something ends. Will end? Has ended. Farewell. That is ominous as hell. Like, this is their clothes. They've just vanished into thin air. They left their boots over here, maybe. This is real curious. Well, I don't know exactly what all of that was supposed to mean, but I'm getting like vaguely stalker-esque vibes from like Roadside Picnic. Tarkovsky, is that who's the director of the movie Stalker? Like it's kind of like weird paranormal focal points in this area that causes temporal visions or like introspective interdimensional viewing or something. And then the guy like ascended to another plane of existence, maybe. Or he just went insane and is running around naked in the desert. Like that could be the real solution according to Occam's razor. But like, man, that's really curious. And now I am curious to research more about theories and stuff, and it'd be cool to actually like watch a playthrough of somebody going through the whole process. I'm sorry I didn't want to do it, but it looked like it was going to be time consuming and convoluted, and this was absolutely not my objective to set out and do this. I was just like killing in the name, and I randomly wandered into a place at a convenient time when this mystery happened to trigger. And if I hadn't already heard FF06B5 whatever in the other thing that I was Googling earlier, like if I hadn't heard about this mystery, I might have had no desire or inkling to find out what it was gonna lead to. Like I would have just been like, oh, well, that's weird. I presume I will either find out about that at some point or not. And then I probably would have just walked away. But it is crazy that I just coincidentally, luckily stumbled into that place at the time that I did. So again, I apologize for not going through the whole process. I would recommend looking up the wiki and reading more about the mystery and how the community came together to solve it and all of that. It seems fascinating. I am going to do more research on it afterwards. And I have to give kudos to the entire community of fans who dug into all this stuff to find out, like, to find all the secrets in the game, the arcade game, and all the other clues. Because it really is insane, like, that, you know, the game developer could put all that into the game and people would actually come together to figure it out. Like, I'm super impressed by all that. But to continue with my quest objective, killing in the name is in Pacifica. Although, you know what? I really need to take a photo back there. That's such like a major moment. Let me pause, and I'm gonna grab a couple. I'm gonna reload an earlier save, and then I'll make hard saves, and I'll take those photos later. I have made my hard saves at those two sites, that way I can go back and get those photos anytime I want after the fact, which I'll probably do after I finish this quest. Well, this might be where I followed a cyber psycho to. This truck might be worth taking a photo in town with. Just like, if I can find that dinky little sports car, that's a smart car, and just like dwarf it in a shot, that might be kind of funny.
Fucking pathetic. pathetic.
Yeah, that tree should not have been able to withstand the full force of this beast of a truck. So where is a fast travel? I thought I was going to one, but I overshot it apparently. Edgewood Farm. Well, let me go back to Edgewood Farm. I wonder if the coppers will have moved on. I assume that the area will still be closed down. This is where River and I found his nephew. They got the police tape up, but I don't see actual cops.
Trail cuts off here.
So what? Asshole hiding here someplace?
Maybe. Or maybe we get to another terminal. Have to see.
Funny area, this. Kind of complements our guy's style, doesn't it?
How? This theme park another parody of capitalism run amok?
Cheap entertainment for brain-dead gonks, that's how.
Interesting that I came all the way here, and now they want me to go back that way.
Capital is the blood of the global system of oppression. Money is a tool used by the colonial oppressors of our minds. Class division is the breeding ground of anarchy.
Wait, what the hell is this?
What it looks like. Swedenborg Riviera. Ha! Come one, come all for the profit of Night City. Ha! Oh, that's too good. A wind-up philosopher in a box. Hand me a couple of eddies. See what he cranks out next.
How is this even possible?
Not a fucking clue. But Jesus, V, how beautiful is this? Half the net's getting tweaked on wisdom from a puppet in a glass case. Hairs are being split. Spit is flying over interpretations. Oh, man. Let me tell you, 50 years of soul prison was worth it for this moment right here.
50 years of soul prison. I mean, it's like a billboard. I swear I've seen this before, though. Maybe in this exact spot. I remember seeing a talking billboard and being like, what? Okay, well, that was weird. And then kind of just, like, moving on with my life.
You shall meet an attractive lobbyist when you least expect a violent outbreak of class warfare. Success is the dilution of the soul. Your luck shall turn around when the means of production will flow on an endless stream of endorphins.
You scrolling this? Well, we need to save these for posterity's sake. Ha!
Like,
The means of production should belong to the collective unconscious.
it's like I have this, like, vague memory of, like,
Capital is the blood of the global system
being like,
of
oh, a
oppression.
communist message board or something. Like, it was really weird.
You shall meet an attractive.
Yeah, we already know that one.
Success is the dilution of the soul. You shall meet an.
Apparently I'm gonna
The
meet an
means of
attractive
production
lobbyist.
should belong to the
Need to take a
collective
look.
unconscious.
Somebody must have tampered with this thing. Look, someone hooked
Seriously?
Swedenborg up to the net.
What, you think? What are you waiting for? Let's see what secrets are flowing in those cables.
What is it? Like the dialogue is all screwed up. Examine, take over, standard terminal used for Night City, modified to reroute data and mask its source.
Fuckers on my ass!
Excuse me? Why the hell do you people care? Are you the owners of this billboard? (7A) BD 1C 7A 1C. Would y'all bugger off and leave me alone? Johnny is now gone. You followed all the clues like the good dog you are. So, do you feel enlightened? XD. You have been pwned by Sweetie. Or Sweet Sweetel, who? Sweet Ellie? I got pwned by Sweet Ellie.
Okay, so if I'm getting this right, someone hacked into this fortune teller bot, rejigged its algorithm to spew out anti-establishment aphorisms instead of prophecies.
And then hooked it up to the net through a system of routers that masks the signal origin. Pure fucking genius. Can we find whoever did this? I need to shake their hand.
Unlikely for two reasons. First, they didn't leave a trace. Second, you're dead, Johnny.
Oh, right. When I get in a good mood, I forget that. Hey, V. Don't turn it off, huh?
No way!
Ah!
Crazy fool! Oh, she'll kill me. Oh!
So what does malware? Is that going to shut it down, or is that going to modify the algorithm?
No way!
Nah, don't worry, Johnny. I'm not gonna take away Night City's philosopher of the people.
Huh. Well then. To Swedenborg Riviera. Long
Capital
may
is
you
the
live.
blood of the global system of oppression.
I missed my opportunity to install malware.
Success is the delusion of the soul.
I'd like to install malware, please. I thought that was going to be a do both and not an either-or situation. It's like, what's the alternative? How do I shut it down if not malware? Oh, I can't shoot the fortune teller bot. Here we go. Intelligence. Modify to generate nonsense.
Hold on. I've got a better idea.
Let your thoughts dance the lusty rumba while accompanied to a joyful accordion.
What the? Ha! What all his fans think. Oh, man. I know you and I don't always click, V. But I've got to say, you've got your perks.
Fox Cubs are gathering data from the cesspit of the financial merry-go-round. Become the obese narwhal in heat amidst the blazing ice. Let your thoughts dance the lusty rumba while accompanied to a joyful accordion.
She's got a gun!
I'm done having a gun.
Become like the obese narwhal in heat amidst the blazing
Ah,
ice.
V. Let me guess. You called to tell me you're done bashing your head against the wall?
Should I tell her? I'll tell her.
Well,
Behold his
not exactly.
inflicted by a red
You found
panda.
something.
We?
A soda can lies
Someone
nearby.
with you?
The
No.
object of their passion.
No, I meant the royal we. So, about Swedenborg. It's all a big hoax.
Say
Let
what
your
now?
thoughts dance
It's an
the
automated
lofty
fortune
rumba,
teller.
while
Strings
accompanied
words
to
into
a joyful
deep-sounding mumbo
accordion.
jumbo. Someone jacked it into the net. Probably laughing from his chair.
Shit, V. This story's even better than I thought. I'll take it from here.
Become like the
Oh,
obese
your
narwhal
Eddies
in
on their
heat
way now.
amidst the blazing
Thanks.
ice.
Bye.
So she's gonna put out a news story that's like gonna
I
debunk
thought about
this.
giving you a piece of my mind, but maybe it's for the best. Every joke needs an audience, right?
Inflicted by a red panda. A soda can lies nearby.
Because she's gonna put out a news story about the truth behind what's his face, Swedenborg, and thus the joke isn't gonna land on anyone. So maybe I shouldn't tell her. Maybe it's better to lie so that way the joke can continue.
Behold his wounds. Inflicted by a red panda.
Oh, that
A
was
soda can lies nearby.
loading an autosave after completing it, wasn't it? I think I need to load that one.
Let your thoughts dance the lofty rumba while accompanied to a joyful accordion.
Ah, V. Let me guess. You called to tell me you're done bashing your head against the wall?
Uh-huh. Afraid so. Like you said,
Become like the
he's a
obese
ghost.
narwhal
No
in
trace to
heat
be
amidst
found.
the
See?
blazing ice.
Told ya. You've got the makings of a media vulture yet, though. Anyway, thanks for looking into it. Catch you around.
Take care, Nancy.
Good move, V. Who knows, 100, 200 years from now, when we're all radioactive dust, Swedenborg will still be preaching on the net.
The object of their passion.
See, because he says like you need an audience for it, but like the joke is supposed to be that people need to be deceived by the goofy, rambling fortunes. If Nancy puts out a news article about it, everyone's gonna know that it's a bunch of nonsense, and it'll just get like swept under the rug, and it won't matter. Yeah, so that was that. Kind of an interesting one. Well, that was kind of amusing. I appreciate a good ironic tone in a quest that ends up mocking people for being gullible followers, I guess. Like the message was maybe a little bit mixed in terms of it's like the sort of pro-communist, anti-capitalist thing is what it was. Wait, this was supposed to be pro-communist, anti-capitalist, but then Johnny flips it around to make fun of the communist propaganda of this, which is kind of, I guess, maybe against character, because he's supposed to be anti-corpo, but he doesn't believe in this like weird shill jokey crap, and he doesn't believe he like ridicules other people for falling for like platitudes, I guess. You can probably dig a little deeper into the subject matter of the implication of all that, but the twist at the end was amusing at the very least. So I'll give it credit for that. But, yeah. I think having then completed those 2 quests, I might be able to say that I am now done with this session, and I'll probably plan to work on another quest, like with a rebel yell, she cried more and more and more. But that will be next time, and I just want to get to a fast travel before I end my session, which is all the way on the right. Before I do, why don't I stop in at a couple of shops and see what people have for sale. See if this guy's got any melee mods that I could install.
Just wonder.
Or he's got a unique knife. Headhunter. Marks enemy, attacking the enemy's head with any weapon deals 200% damage. Is that like a one-time thing? I mean, I'll buy it because what the hell am I spending money on? Well, I'll buy these melee weapon mods because I might be able to craft them into something usable to stick on a 5++ katana. Now I wanted to go to the Fashion Punk store, which is more or less across the street. Doubt there's going to be much exciting that I don't already have, but I may as well check. Like, I think I have both of these. I know I have that one. It's a basic tank top. Like, do I have a basic tank top? That one's hex camoed. Reinforced Federalist. It's got the patriotic stuff on it, which I'm not a fan of stylistically. That's kind of cool. I'll buy that. Not my preferred color, but sight. I think I might have both of those tanks, but I'll buy them. All right. Whoa! I'll set myself up by a fast travel to pick up the quest next time. And I'm gonna get my what was it, 555 whatever, I'm gonna get my hex quest code photos, maybe also some demi-urge or whatever monster truck photos, so that'll be fun to display for next time.